All right, Salakia. Back to this. And I saw all things of the heaven were subject to her, and no man spake against her, no, not one creature upon the earth. And I beheld, lo, an eagle rose up upon her talons, that's her military might, and spake to her feathers, saying, watch not all at once, sleep everyone in his own place. Which means, the Caesars didn't all rule together, just like you have presidents, all right? And going to those two horns, you had what? The Senate House, which represents Republicans and Democrats. And back then you had plebeians and, what was it? Plebeians, was it Republicans? I forget the other word, Salakia on that. It says, but let her heads be preserved for the last, and behold, lo, the voice went not out of her heads, but out of the midst of her body. And what was that? Let's get it. All right. Maccabees 8. Moreover, how they made, Maccabees 8 and 15. Moreover, and this time about the Romans, how they made for themselves a Senate house, therein wherein 328 men sat in council daily, consulting a way for the people, to the end that they may be ordered, and that they committed their government to one man every year, who ruled over all the country, which includes their territories, and that all were obedient to one, and that they were neither envy nor emulation amongst them, in which it was. I mean, this is the Roman Empire we're talking about. All right. So that was that voice going out of her body, man. All right. And that's what made her diverse. So, hey, Romans 7 and 7. After this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, which is the fourth beast is the Romans, man. All right. And that fourth beast came back. All right. Reincarnated. That deadly wound was healed, which makes him the eighth. All right. And behold, the fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and devoured and break into pieces. Hey, that goes with the talons, right? Who can make war against her, right? All right. That's why I say it has a mouth of a lion, man. All right. It says, and stamped in residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the other beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. All right. And I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. Now, in the little horns, in ancient Rome, you had these 10 territories or countries. All right, when you go into it, back at Germania and all that. And today, they're known as the EU. And now it's much more a part of the EU, but originally it was 10. So they came back as well. All right, I considered the horns, behold, there came up amongst them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns, which you had French, Spain, and Britain. All right. And this says what? The first horn was plucked up by the roots, because we had, there were great wars, right, between the French, Spain, and Britain. And behold, before them, there were 3 of the first horns plucked by its roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. Now, who came out of that? Who's that little horn that came up? All right. Who's that little horn that came up? It was America. It came from Britain. Okay. Now let's go to 2nd Esdras 12. Okay. And it says, and how is not America speaking great things against the Most High? Blasphemies. All right. And that's what we read. Where was it at? It's chapter 17. But let's get 2nd Esdras 12 and 31. And the lion whom thou sawest coming out of the wood, which is Yahweh Shai, and roaring and speaking to the eagle, rebuking her for her unrighteousness with all the words which thou hast heard. This is the anointed, which the highest hath kept for them, and for their wickedness to the end. He shall reprove them, and shall upbraid them with their cruelty. For he shall set them before him alive in judgment, and shall rebuke them and correct them. Right? Because this eagle is going to come back. And he came back as America. And Yahweh Shai is going to be the end all. Okay? That's why you had the 10 toes getting hit with that stone. Daniel 2:40. And the fourth kingdom shall be as strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdue all things. All right. And as iron that breaketh all these shall it break into pieces and bruise. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes and part of the potter's clay, all right, the EU, all right, because they although they together, they don't agree on everything. The kingdom shall be divided. And we all know what the Lord said about that. A kingdom divided cannot stand. All right. But there should be in it the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part iron and part clay, so the kingdom should be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And in the days of those kings shall Yahweh of heaven set up a kingdom. All right, because these 10 toes and everything, and you got to understand, America and this EU upholds everything that all these ancient kingdoms held. All right, from homosexuality to wickedness in general. All right, and the kingdom should not be left to another people, but it shall break into pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever, which is the kingdom of Israel. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, all right, and it breaking in pieces the iron and the brass and the clay and the silver and the gold, the great power hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And this dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof is sure. Okay? Now, let's go to Daniel 7. Then I will know the truth of the fourth beast, which is diverse from all the others and exceedingly dreadful. Yeah, there go that Senate house, man. All right. Whose teeth is his iron and his nails is his brass. Hey, there goes those talons again, which devour, break in pieces, and stamp the residue with his feet. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and another came up before whom the three fell. All right. Even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, and who look was more snout than his fellows. That's America. Like I said in the other scripture, I beheld the same which is, it's the whore. The same whore made war with the saints and prevailed against them. All right, and that's exactly what happened. Over in here in America, we've been beaten down and trodden down until the ancients of days came and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. In that time of the saints, in the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. He said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, which shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break into pieces. And the 10 horns out of the kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and the other shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue the 3 kings. America, you had all those 3 wars over here, right? And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, which he did, and think to change times and laws, and should be given to his hand until a time, and the times, and the dividing of the times, which I believe is roughly like 350. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion and consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of his kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints. All right. This is how you know. Now, this is talking about the fourth beast, but the fourth beast came back. All right. That fourth beast came back because after Rome fell, we didn't get the kingdom. But now it's talking about us getting the kingdom after this beast fall, which tells you that fourth beast, the truth of that fourth beast came back as who? America. Okay. whose kingdom is the everlasting kingdom, and all dominions should serve and obey him. Here too is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, and my cogitations which troubled me, which is his thoughts, and my countenance changing me, but I kept the matter in my heart. All right. And now you're going to have, those seven heads was what? Germania Minor, Germania Major, the French, Spanish, Britons, Greeks, and the Romans. All right. Now, Revelation 16 and 13. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon. All right. Because now you have three city-states, which is all controlled by Esau, Edom. You have DC, which is the military. There go your talons, your teeth, your military warlike behavior. All right. You have over there in the bottomless pit, Britain or Europe. All right. Which is the money system, basically. And then you have the Vatican, which is really the religious system of the world. Because the mass majority of you people follow Catholicism. All right. Which go forth unto the kings of the earth and the whole world and gather them, Salakia. Okay, yeah. Spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon and out of the mouth of the beast and out of the mouths of the false prophets. And there are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and the whole world and gather them to battle for the great day of the Yahweh Almighty. All right. Now let's grab this. Let's hit Revelation 17. And I'm going to run through this, Salakia, brothers. All right, because that great whore, that great whore is that beast that came up out of the earth, having two horns. That's who the great whore is, America. See, all this is symbolic, and they're all one and the same, man. All right, Esau's system was reincarnated. All right, 17 and 1. And there came to me seven angels having seven veils and talked to me, saying, Come to me, come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth on many waters, and with whom the kings of the earth committed fornications, and the inhabitants of the earth have made drunk with the wine of her fornication, or her doctrine, her democracy. All right, and they committed fornication with her through what? Trade and commerce, different treaties, and things like that. Hey, China is a democracy now, man. America's got her drunk. All right. And that's why she's just like this great whore. That's why the Lord is going to destroy her. All right. And I'm talking about Moab. Verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting upon the scarlet colored beast, red, right? Esau, full of names and blasphemy, having seven heads, and 10 horns, which is basically all the kingdoms of Esau, Edom. Who is this dragon? Esau, Edom. Okay. And the woman were arrayed in purple, scarlet color, decked with gold, precious stones, and pearls, because America was very glorious at once upon a time with all its resources, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication, wickedness, right? And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon. So this was a mystery. So this is the truth of the fourth beast, all right, which was America, right? It came back. All right. Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, the abomination of the earth. And they saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. All right. Now, did it not say they should wear out the saints? All right. So this is the same person. All right. With the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell you the mystery. I'll tell you the truth. The mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her. Which had 7 horns, 7 heads and 10 horns. Because who sits at the top of this system? All right, America. That's why her look was more snout than the others, man. She controls all this, man. Just like a rider and its horse. All right, and the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. All right. Because what happened? America eventually came out of Britain. And it says it should go into perdition. All right. Was and is not. All right. The Romans came. Well, at this time, the Romans was around. Then they went down. All right. And the Brits was a great nation once upon a time. And America came out of that. All right. Therefore, Hey, that deadly hill was that deadly wound was healed. All right, and and they that dwell in the earth shall wonder, whose names are not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. Okay, now this was in the time of John. America wasn't around yet. The Brits wasn't around yet. Okay, so let's get into it. And there were 7 kings. 5 were fallen. One is not come. And when he come, he must continue for a short space. So what was that? The Greek, Spanish, Germania Minor, and Major, and the Gauls, which are the French. Okay. And the 10 horns which thou sawest. Oh no, let me read verse 11. And the beast that was and is not, he is the 8th and is of the 7th, which is America that came back. All right. That heal that deadly wound was healed. A Rome came back. That 4th beast came back, which was America, all right, which is of the 8th, all right. So America, this great whore, that beast that came out of the earth, having 2 horns, all right. It's all the same thing. The eagle coming back, all right. Just like we are reincarnated as Israelites, so is Esau and Edom in the course his system. Okay? It says, in the 10 horns, which is the EU, which, hey, when you go back to ancient Rome, they controlled those 10 territories, man. All right? And 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as kings for 1 hour with the beast, which they do, the EU. You know, your peacekeepers, if you will. All right. That's why I said that beast, he spoke as a lamb, man. But because these Americans say, well, we come in peace. We're just here to, do this, to set up democracy. But hey, war is in their hearts, man. These shall make war with the lamb, and the lamb shall overcome them. So at the last end, all right, hey, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to destroy them. That stone is going to crush the 10 toes, all right? Just like we read in 2nd Esdras, the 11th chapter. Hey, that lion that comes from the woods, Yahushua is going to put down this whole system, all right? For he is lords of lords, kings of kings, and they that are with him are called chosen and faithful, which is the elect. Therefore we're called co-heirs, right? Verse 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the great whore sitteth, are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues, all right? Which is America, the melting pot, all right? And now America sits on these other countries. They set up their army bases and things of that nature to get those people to follow them. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, all right, they shall hate the whore. So now we're in that time of those 10 horns hating the whore, all right? Because back then in ancient Rome, Rome had full control over them. But this time, hey, that's that miry clay not mixing with that iron. What did it say the 4th beast had? The iron, right? So these inferior nations are not mixing with this beast, man. Matter of fact, the scripture says, let the weak say I am strong, because now they're getting the nukes. All right. And that's how Esau is going to fall on his own creation. He's going to fall on his own sword, which are the weapons of the Lord, first and foremost. And also the chariots, starting with Yahweh Shai, is going to laser beam this place, man. It says what else? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and they shall make her desolate and naked. Hey, did not say Babylon was going to be desolate. Go read Jeremiah 51, Jeremiah 50, all right? Isaiah 47, Isaiah 13, Isaiah 34, all right? This place is going to be desolate, man. Okay? A great desert, okay? And naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's that great day that's going to burn like an oven. All right. For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will. So this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's will, man, to destroy this place, to destroy this whole goddamn beast, okay, known as Esau, okay, his whole system. And after 1,000 years in the kingdom, that Obadiah is going to kick in. All right, who Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. That's why she's sitting on the beast. She controls this whole democratic system across the world, all right? And everybody's going to come against her. She became, these merchants became rich off her through her commerce, man. All right? And so with that, that was a quick little breakdown. I pray you brothers are edified. All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh by Hashem Shai by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to thee, all the apostles of great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Abba, Abba.